Another month goes by, and that means another Bokksu. And welcome, everybody. My name is Citizen Strife, and every month I do a Japanese snack box unboxing. This month's theme is Handpicked in Japan. And as you can see from the thank you card, and if you read the inside sleeve, which I did before this, it's kind of going back to how Bokksu started and letting the candy makers, cookie makers, treat makers basically kind of pick their stuff without really a specific theme, but just kind of going off their vibes of things. So I'm not really going to know what's in these. I have a general idea of what have been put in these boxes for the last 5 years, give or take. So that's what I'm going to do. The other thing that's going to be different is because I'm not doing this on a day off or not holding it off for a day off given my schedule, I'm going to try and do this schedule piecemeal. So you may hear my voice kind of go up and down different things because it's going to be different times of day that I'm going to be recording this for the next couple of days rather than all the way through like I tend to do it. So bear that in mind while we go through this. I'm going to try and record what I can before I get to my normal YouTube videos. So yes, this is the beginning of the box. Let's see how much I can get through before I have to move on with my day. This is a picture of where the different treats come from, but also one of my favorite little pre-box things of let's learn Japanese. So we got osasume for recommendation. We've got ippon for specialty, or ippu, excuse me. Ippon is Japan, ippu is specialty. We got gohobi, which is treat, and kokoro to kimeku, delightful. Hopefully I got that last one correct. Hooray for learning Japanese. Let's go. Apologies for the totally professional photography on my phone here. You see my humidifier in the back of the photo and then my hand holding the thing. These picture books are a little hard to get perfect, like all the words just right in the thing. But anyway, despite that, this one is about culture guides in the back of the book, and usually they focus on different sites, different sounds, different landmarks in Japan to focus on the theme. Because this one is more about the people making the snacks and whatnot, this one kind of focuses on the little stories and the little nuances of each curator in question. So there's that to read if you'd like. I'm totally professional, guys. I know what I'm doing. And this is the top of the box. They're doing the Sakura design from last month, which is a nice touch. And then the open box. So I won't get to the snacks right away, but I do at least want to get to the tea this morning. So let's see what that has. All right, we start off with the Sasumarch or Satsmarche Hojicha tea. So this is kind of a dark roasted tea, but it's made of green tea leaves. So instead of following kind of the brewing instructions, I always feel kind of leaves things a little watery. I left it kind of in between a green tea at like 3 minutes at a lower temperature and a boiling temperature and like 5 minutes for the black tea. So I went more in the green tea side of things, and I ended up kind of a roasted green tea mixture. And that's kind of the vibe that I tend to get from these teas is a roasted tea, a good smoky roasted flavor, but a solid enough tea that's a little bit thicker than a green tea. This is a nice thing to get me going today. Japanese Valencia orange cake. So this one crumbled on me right as soon as I grabbed it, but I was able to get a lot of it. What I noticed was it's a crumbly cake. It's very thick. On the inside, it's not pie filling. It's a crumbly orange filling, so you'll get orange bits and stuff. I liked it, but as usual with these Bokksu things, it always tends to be very bready, and that's not really what I like for these things. But, I mean, if you like orange bits and orange-flavored stuff, this isn't bad. Shittori and Zakuzaku Financier sand, so a sand cookie. Almond flour on the outside, nice and crumbly. The chocolate on the inside is pretty substantial and thick. It's a good mixture of both soft and sweet, and good mix of both. This one's a good start. Yokozuna Arare, black pepper flavor. As soon as I saw what these things looked like, I knew immediately what they were because I had them about a year ago, 2 years ago, like at the end of one of my other Boksus. And I don't think it was the same brand, but it's like the same make and flavor. And oh my god, this is fantastic. It's this like spicy black pepper that really hits you, and there's a good salt in the twisty chip and cracker mix here. Oh god, I want to eat this whole bag, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna get to work today because I'm gonna need to eat these. Anyway, these things are amazing. So yeah, if you need something to start off with from this list, I would say these ones. These are the best so far. They probably will end up being the best ones, but we'll see. Kameda Curry Senbei Mini Rice Cracker. And this one's coming immediately off the heels of the Yokozuna Arare, and I can feel it. They are substantial. This one in a different way, but I can definitely tell the distinct difference. The pepper versus the curry powder flavor. It's a very distinct spice. It's hard to miss. It's really good. I don't like it as much as the Yokozuna Arare because the pepper is so strong. I also find the make of these crackers like softer and a little crumblier. They're not as like thick and fun to eat as the Arare were. Good, but again, you're comparing. Maybe if I'd had this later on, this would have been a different story. But I think a solid 3 out of 5 is good enough. Hey, look at me, I give numbers. Just keeping it straight. Mojiko Banana Sand Cookie. Another thing that's crumbling around me, which kind of sucks. I do like this one. It's easy to eat. Unlike the breaded stuff earlier, this one has a lot more filling to it. The banana flavor is pleasant. It's not anything amazing, but I like it as a full package. Hokkaido Melon Gummies. I found these to be disappointing. They had an interesting flavor at first, but they were just a little gritty for my taste and didn't really leave a good impression after such good stuff from earlier. Takoyaki Te Corn Puffs. I found these to have an aftertaste that just soured me on the thing. Decent enough corn puffs, but there's just this like lingering, like right as you bite into it, just off sensation, either from the sauce they use, the fact that it's made of octopus stuff, or mimicking octopus stuff. I just kind of knew I wasn't going to like this one. Mitsuimo, or Mitsuimo Cookie Satsumaro. Hopefully I got those right. I pronounce Su's differently. I hope I got that right. Anyway, a Mitsuimo Cookie. I think of this like a shortbread cookie, but with sweet potato flavoring and a little bit of black sesame. It's kind of just there. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just there. Monjayaki Senbei. This one was a bit of a savory one. Kind of reminiscent of like a barbecue. Goes for a tonkatsu flavor powder. And it's solid. Kind of reminiscent of the curry, but more of a barbecue-esque feel to it. It's pretty solid. Salty butter plus camembert cheese cookie. I was honestly expecting something sharper, or something that was just not gonna work at all. And honestly, it was not even like one of those cheese crackers. This was a legit cookie, and the cheese and the butter were honestly they weren't flavorless, but they were sugary and more sweet, and you could tell that the butter was there, but I was expecting some sharp monstrosity if nothing else. And what I got was a cookie. It had some cream cheese in it, but it was pleasant cream cheese. I'm honestly surprised. Daifuku Mochi. Amanatsu citrus. So nice and fluffy, easy to eat mochi as usual. The citrus in there was pleasant. So much like the last couple of things, they're fine, if uninteresting. Nothing to write home about, but nothing bad. Roasted onion Arare rice cracker. Much like the camembert cheese cookie, I was expecting something a lot sharper and more intense. The onion stuff hits first. There's a bit of like chicken stock seasoning in the sauce that lingers at the end, which makes it really good. This one exists as a solid enough option. Go me. Earl Grey cookie. So I'm a sucker for Earl Grey. I've always liked the flavor and the nuance of Earl Grey flavors, and this works really well with this cookie, kind of in the same way matcha sometimes works. I think that this flavor works better in this kind of cookie than matcha does, because you get enough of the bergamot oil to really enhance the flavor and be distinct, but it feeds into the cookie and it fades enough so that you get a good, solid cookie without it becoming overwhelming. Zakuto chocolate. Just chocolate wafers, chocolate cream, and chocolate sprinkles. And you know what? Kind of boring. I was honestly surprised. I was expecting something to be like chocolate to be amazingly chocolatey. Again, it's been a string of muted, okay things. Let's hope the last thing, which has more chocolate in it, is even better. And we end on a pretty decent note, the Gateau chocolate cake, and I wanted a chocolate brick. I wanted a brick of pure chocolate. I got a brick of dark chocolate. That is a chocolate brownie, or just a brick of chocolate that it's chocolate. I'm happy. It made up for the Zakuto not being all that great. So, yeah, I just wanted chocolate, and I got really thick dark chocolate, and I'm happy. But anyway, I enjoyed this month, at least until midway through, and then it just started to be peter outing into... So, it had some iffy ones like the Melon Gummies and the Takoyaki Tei, but the Gateau chocolate cake, the Financier sand with chocolate inside it, and especially the black pepper twisty fry things, the Yokozuna Arare crackers. Dude, those were fantastic. So if you're interested in these kinds of things, I use Bokksu each month, $40 plus shipping costs here and there, like 50, 60. But Sakurako, Tokyo Treat, any snack box, similar kind of idea. I've not regretted doing this sort of thing each month, and I really, really like that it's become a monthly thing and a fixture, and I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep enjoying it. So, I'm going to work off that chocolate for the rest of the night, I'm sure. I will see you next month.